Okay, today we are playing a game on Busan. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing about a third of the game as Genji and about 2/3 of the game as Soldier. However, the video is only 7 minutes and 41 seconds long, so take that for what you will. Current team composition is Reinhardt, Genji, Bastion, McCree, Ana, and Bridget. So, we'd rather not have the Bastion, if at all possible. We'd rather have a second tank, but you know, sometimes life is just really difficult like that. It's sort of a recurring theme with Overwatch, and truly life in general, but particularly with Overwatch. So I don't know what the fuck this map's called, Shrine or something to that effect, probably. And this is the map I always think is like, let's pick Soldier, because of exactly this area right here. Just look at the everything that you can see from this area. It's like, there's very few places they can stand near the near the objective that's like really good cover. And Soldier gets to threaten basically everything. The only way, and that's like quite difficult to get to him because you can't just like jump up to him down here. So it's a little bit difficult to get to him, as well as the fact you have to go across the open space. You can flank him, obviously, but it's like a really extended path to actually get behind the dude, so that's, I always think this is like, yeah, this is the map to play Soldier on. So 2 members of our team have died almost instantaneously, and they were Soldier and Mercy, which makes it rather difficult for us to accomplish much of anything past this point. Reinhardt got pinned because he's bad, he didn't countercharge, and Mercy, too far up probably it looks like. So we get to back up and wait for our team to regroup again. Mercy just changed to Ana. It was Ana. Alright, so I said it was Ana. Ana changed to Mercy and has now changed back to Ana again. So I did lie to you, but it ended up being correct in the end regardless. So, hey, great. So, a bunch of people over there just got staggered, which is super convenient. Now we have to wait for them to get back, right as Reinhardt's getting back as well. So, maximum time is wasted. McCree just changed to Doomfist, presumably because he saw Doomfist over there, and he was like, I can do that. So we haven't really accomplished much of anything yet, but I mean, our team died real fast, so all we can really do is wait for them to get back. So we did have Discord on us, so now we've got it on us again. Fortunately, though, Zenyatta's going to move it off of us almost immediately. I was going to say we want to wait for Discord to be off of us before we go out there and do anything again, but he just moved the Discord almost immediately anyway. Just general thing. Most heroes you're playing, if you've got Discord on you, try to get Discord off of you, if at all possible. That does require staying out of line of sight for 3 seconds, which is not always feasible to do. But if you can, try and get the Discord off of you, especially if you're a flanker, because guess what that Zenyatta's doing? He's like, alright, as soon as he comes around the corner, he's gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna prank that ninja so good. And that's probably exactly what Zenyatta did in the monastery as well, while he was training Genji, right? You know that that's what that motherfucker was doing. Anyway, so Bridget died all the fuck way over there, which is super convenient. There, Ana just died to Bastion, but now they're all just sort of collapsing on Bastion because, shockingly enough, we weren't really playing around the Bastion. And Doomfist's dead as well. So, if your team dies and you're playing Genji, you have fairly limited options. They do have a baguette as well, so we have to, like, play around the baguette. What I will say is we aren't really trying super hard to, like, make anything happen during, like, this period in time. And I mean, you know, our team have been dead for a fair chunk of it. But, like, even still, Genji can, like, get behind the enemy team and just, like, hang out behind them for a long time by himself, right? He doesn't really need that much support. You can be harassing them the whole time. So we could have been, like, more proactively hanging out behind the enemy team, just try and harass people and pick people off if possible. At least, like, taking their attention away from the front line. And if we can get a pick, hey, fantastic, awesome. And it would make it easier for us to charge our ultimate, because a lot of what we were doing there was just, like, randomly throwing shurikens into them, namely at Reinhardt's shield as well. So we could have been, like, more proactively trying to do things to make something happen, rather than just spending the whole time waiting around. And I mean, you know, if your team's dead, yeah, it's going to be really hard, but you can hang out behind the enemy team as Genji basically by yourself, right? yeah, you still have to wait for your team to get back before you can actually, like, engage a fight or anything like that. Like, don't use Dragon Blade 1v6 is, like, always good advice, but we could be still trying to make stuff happen, at least taking attention away from our team, if nothing else. So we've changed the soldier. We don't exactly have much in the way of momentum right now, so that's going to make it difficult for us to just hang out by this point and, like, shoot at the enemy team. But now our team is actually making an effort to go in. Bastion's a tank, and a bunch of us just got earth-shattered. And, you know, that's more Reinhardt's fault than it is anybody else's. So, you know, what can you really say about that one? If you get earth-shattered, sometimes there's stuff you can do to avoid it. Especially if you're playing a hero like Moira, because you can always fade the earth-shatter, right? Stuff like that. Then, you know, fair enough. But if you're playing someone like Soldier, McCree, and you get earth-shattered, there's very limited options you have available to avoid that one. It is more Reinhardt's fault than yours, usually. Sometimes there's ways you can get around it still, but, like, if you get earth-shattered, you can be like, Reinhardt. It's alright, now that they've actually fixed Reinhardt to a reasonable degree, it's pretty nice. The earth-shatter actually hits people. It doesn't just go under their feet and do nothing. And it doesn't just, like, and so it doesn't, like, hit the enemy Reinhardt's shield and just go straight through it. Incredible. It doesn't have this weird lingering effect that it had previously. That was, like, the most aggravating thing about Earthshatter, honestly. There were a lot of aggravating things about Earthshatter, but this was honestly the thing that annoyed me the most about it. Which was that if you block the Earthshatter, you see the effect go through you, you couldn't immediately take your shield down again, because it wasn't just, like, an instant effect. It was like an, if you're exposed during this window of time, you get knocked down. So the effect could go under you, but if you take the shield down, you get earth-shattered anyway. Because apparently there's, like, a second wave. It's just like this giant area that moved through. So it had this, like, lingering effect, where you couldn't take the shield down for a second, even though you had blocked it, right? You have blocked it, you have done the outplay, right? The very complicated outplay of holding down right-click, I know. But you've made the outplay, so you take it down to try and punish him quickly, and then you just get knocked on your fucking ass again. That was the most aggravating thing. That doesn't happen anymore, thankfully. That was actually the thing that annoyed me the most, right? Like, yeah, when you watch the Earthshatter go under your shield and knock you down anyway, that's annoying, obviously. But that was the most annoying thing, just because it didn't make any fucking sense that it worked that way. Thank God that's gone. Anyway. Close follow-up to that was just, like, if you use it in, like, the same fucking area code as a corner, that's it. Earthshatter's doing nothing, my dude. That wall is eating it. Now you can actually Earthshatter next to a corner, and you'll, like, kind of watch it, like, snake around the corner, almost like an actual fucking earthquake would. Wow, isn't that incredible? Anyway, so thank goodness Reinhardt's sort of fixed. Anyway, so we're playing Soldier right now. So I still think that this is a pretty good Soldier map. This is, like, the worst one on Busan, but, like, the point is still just, like, this giant exposed area surrounded by high ground, right? So, like, I still think it's pretty good. McCree is probably better on this map overall as far as the hit scan heroes go. And then the street is obviously, that's where you pick Widowmaker, right? Busan is, like, I think Busan is, like, the most easy map to abuse, like, long mid-range hit scan heroes on, because it's like, there's just so many long sight lines where you can set up. So anyway, we're playing Soldier right now, so we're sitting all the way over here, playing Soldier. And a bunch of people on our team died, a bunch of people on their team died. Both our healers died, though, so we're pretty fucked as a result of that. Being Soldier, we do have, our own heal, obviously, but now we're just kind of getting bullied around by Doomfist. And there's not a lot that Soldier can do about... Oh, Thought Caller again. There's not a lot Soldier can do about that one. It's probably better to just pick McCree, just to have, like, if you're going to go for, like, a hit scan hero, just to have, like, some kind of defense against Doomfist, if we're going to pick a hit scan hero. Because Soldier, there's not a lot Soldier can do about Doomfist. Oh, look, Soldier, see, Doomfist's on us right now. What are we gonna do about that one? We're gonna get fucked. That's what we're gonna do. So we're thinking about it now. We're like, what do I do to fix this one? And we decide to just stay on Soldier. Pharah also would be a fair enough choice. The map's, like, pretty good for Pharah as well. There's some geometry to use. It's relatively confined, so it's easy to get, like, value out of explosives. You can say Junkrat's good for the same reason, then. It's just like, if Doomfist starts bullying us as Soldier, there's really, like, nothing we can do about that. Like, Doomfist, like, wrecks Soldier's day. If he doesn't focus us, hey, that's great. But if he does focus us, there's really not a lot we can do about that one. To be fair, what are we gonna do about this game in general, right? Like, hey, we got Doomfist. Nice. Nice. We haven't gotten... I'm thinking, is that the only kill we've gotten? How many people have we killed? We've killed 2 people. Well, we've been involved in 2 kills. We've gotten a final blow on just the Doomfist. And this has been a bad game right here. This has been a pretty not good time. Yeah, we got him. Hey, we got 2. We got 2. Nice. I was gonna say we doubled our kills from the last round, but we didn't kill anybody in the last round, so that we did not double it, actually. So it's the kind of game where I feel like there was not a lot we were going to do about that one. Golden Limbs. What was Golden Limbs? It's got to have been like 4. It's 4. Yeah, he did it. Fucking nailed it. Which is incidentally how many charge kills Reinhardt got on the enemy team. So I don't think there's anything we do about the outcome of that game. It's one of those things where too many things were... it's one of those games where too many things were going wrong in too many places. What I will say is we could have done more to try and counter the issue that was happening, which was principally that Doomfist was fucking us up, really. So we could have changed to, you know, McCree, Pharah, Baguette, you know, just somebody that makes it more difficult for Doomfist to play Doomfist, because he was kind of getting to do whatever the fuck he wanted, really. Also, our team comp was really bad because we had 3 DPS, 1 tank, and our Reinhardt clearly wasn't that great at Reinhardt, and then changed to Widowmaker in round 2. So we also, even though we don't want our DPS to be Bastion and Doomfist, we should consider changing to a tank regardless at that point, because, especially because we have a Bastion, because when you have the Bastion on your team, you really have like 2 choices with how you're going to operate with the Bastion, right? Here are your 2 choices. Your 2 choices are play around the Bastion and hope he kills the enemy team, or don't play around the Bastion and have Bastion feed all round long, basically. Those are your choices. So you pretty much have to play around the Bastion, even if you don't want to. And I know you don't want to. Nobody does. When I see the Bastion, I don't want to play around the Bastion, because I watch that person pick Bastion, and I'm like, he's like a fucking... I get, like, really angry about him. I'm like, he's a terrorist. Because, you know what? He's just taken us all hostage right here. He's picked Bastion out the gate. And now what do? Now our choices are play around him and hope he kills people, or don't and probably lose the game, because he's just gonna feed and die all game long. I'm like, he's just taken us all hostage right there. I get really angry about it, but you gotta play around the Bastion. I mean, you might be able to tell I get pretty angry about it if I'm gonna be like, pick Bastion, you terrorist, how dare you? My god. Anyway, so, basically you gotta play around the Bastion. It's the only choice you really have available to you at that point. Because the alternative is just watch him feed and die all game long. And then you're just playing 5v6, and you ain't gonna win 5v6. So, the unfortunate fact of life is that sometimes you have to play the hero you don't want to play because somebody else locked in Bastion. So thank you very much for watching if you did. I know, a very cheerful ending right there, wasn't it? Thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us, and hope you found the video helpful.